Hello everyone, I'm the Master Spectre, and yes, today we're back with Undercards, but this time I have an integrity deck with the mines. Very similar deck, just much more potent. Because you see, I realized a problem that I was having with the bravery deck, and that was that I was overfilling my hand every 5 milliseconds. So, with integrity, I get more money. With more money, I can play more things. Also, this the spade from the Lancer painting dying, it's more shock triggers. Because it's deal 3 damage to a random enemy monster, return this card to your hand if it's killed. So as long as I'm killing things with that, I get more shock triggers, so I place more mines in their deck. It's wonderful. It is the best thing that I could possibly think of for a deck like this. Well, I just got a Rudin out of a Rudin that has, I don't know if that's a high roll or a low roll. It's one of the two. I want to kill the Lukes. There would actually be a case to be made for attacking the Whimsun there, because I'm gonna get the spade. There have been games where I've legitimately just like attacked made sure everything is below 3. Everything below 3. And then spade, 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 spade. It gets ridiculous with this. It can get utter ridiculousness. Now, I need to remember, we can't spade strats yet. Spade strats are really good for clearing the board. I know that for a fact. They are really good for clearing the board. And next turn I may be able to clear the board. Oh, I can, if I want to, but I'll overdraw by 1. Is it worth it to clear the board? It's worth it to clear the board. Goodbye to your Whimsun. Actually, is goodbye to the Whimsun enough? Nah. Let's spade him again. You see, that's what the spade can do. And also, there were 2 mines placed into their deck. That's why I like this. Oh. Just don't burn anything important out of my deck. That's all I hope. Oh, that was kind of important. Not too terribly important, luckily. It wasn't the most important thing in the deck, but that is just another shock trigger. As well as building up money, especially if I can get the other shock cards in my deck out, because I have other cards that give me cards that can trigger shock. Oh my, you have granted that thing with a lot of power. I might have to 50-50 this. Okay, I'm gonna have to 50-50 this. Please work. Thank you! Because that is random, so it is. Whew. Rudin. Fan Rudin. No, let's get a cactus out. A cactus is basically just kill spell on board. Okay. This is all going well so far. Yeah, I can kill all these things next turn. If I want to. I think I do. So how do I want to kill them is the next question that I need to ask myself. Because I have a few different ways that I can do this. Heat's Flamesman needs to be played. And then the spade. Yes. Get more mines in your deck. Yes, draw the mines. Draw all of the mines. I want you to blow up. Yeah, there we go. Heat's Flamesman already saving me. Thank you, Heat's Flamesman. I love you. Seriously, though, the Heat's Flamesman is wonderful. Oh, really? You silenced the cactus. Not what I would have gone with, but okay. I could play the Astigmatism. I don't think I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and play this twice. This is the power of having a low-cost deck that has spades in it. Then we're gonna play this. just so we have a monster that's constantly growing on the board. Because a monster that's constantly growing on the board is a threat they have to deal with, but it's very hard to deal with it when they're constantly having their board cleared by a kill spell and not a monster, meaning that, like, things that do things to the killer, yeah, I'm the killer. You can't do things to me. You can't paralyze me. You can't paralyze my casting of spells. That'd be really terrifying if you could. Oh, but that is annoying, I just realized, because there is a chance. Oh, I have a fan rotor. Never mind. Never mind. It's not terrifying at all. I'm gonna give the buff to you. I'm going to attack you. And I'm doing this to make sure that I get the spade. Because if I don't keep the spade, then I don't have this guaranteed. And I know I have more Lancer paintings in my deck, but I have to make sure that I have the spade in my hand for as long as possible. I have to keep that in my hand to keep this going, to keep board control. Because I don't keep board control with my monsters as much. I keep board control with my spade. Spade is a very, very powerful spell. It is powerful. Spade again. You see what I mean, by the way? I'm not even getting the additional, like, monster from recruitment every 3 turns from bravery. I'm just getting more money, and I still can't play out everything in my hand because I'm full on board. You silenced my toy oh, there it is. There's the head Hattie. Yeah, this is about to become even more ridiculous. It doesn't trigger on the spade, though, because spade's a token spell. I need to kill some of my guys, though, so I'm not going to cast the spade this turn. And I'm going to play the head Hattie. And I'm playing that now, because as long as I play that now, then the next time I draw the spell that gives me more money, it just becomes an insane amount of mines in their deck. The spell that gives me more money becomes 2 mines in their deck and more money. I like mines with ingenuity, with integrity, not ingenuity. I immediately drew the spell I was talking about. Also, look at my deck size and look at their deck size. 9 versus 18. Methinks someone might have bloated their deck with some things. Oh, that's amazing! They don't get the taunt minion because I cheated this thing into play. Oh, also I'm gonna leave them within a mine of death. So the next time they draw one, they're just gonna die, and I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. There we go. This is the power of mines. This is what I wanted. You draw, you die. My powers are infinite, don't you see? I'm playing again. The power of mines is infinite. I need very low cost stuff. Game, I don't think you heard me. I said I need low cost stuff. You gave me all of my high end. Oh, also I made Indogeny, because I have Amalgamate play quest and Dog play quest, so Indogeny fills both of those requirements. But also, I was just annoyed by them enough that I said, you know what, can't beat him, join him. Okay. Oh, he's playing Justice. Why you gotta be playing Justice? When you summon a monster with more attack than this, gain +1/+1. And that's School Tim. Well, I have an inevitability. I'm about to have and it has charge. I'm about to have an inevitability machine. I could not speak for a moment there. You also have Jerry. Jerry is a surprisingly good card in this, I should note. Surprisingly good. I do just have to basically stall until I can get my spade. That's all I'm stalling for. I just need to get the spade. I just need to get the spade. This could also probably work on determination, because determination's usually dust focus. You silenced Jerry! How dare you silence Jerry? You bastard. Okay, then the fireplace that heals every time I cast a spell that costs 2 or more. Can you see what this deck does now? It just casts a ridiculous number of spells once it gets set up. Because this just makes it so that it heals itself. If only I could get something that heals me every time I cast a spell. That's probably in kindness, though, which would kind of defeat the purpose. Because, yeah, the integrity giving me more money is actually kind of necessary. So I don't overfill my hand. Timmy! We need summon a monster with more attack. Yeah, it's only more attack. So unfortunately, our good friend, the cactus, does not count. Yeah, it's dead. Timmy! Okay. What are all the yeah. I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks to playing Bravery, both in episode and out of episode, because out of episode there were times where I would legitimately I would be playing terribly simply because I'd be like, I am going to overdraw so badly. Like, I'm going to overdraw everything. I probably could have used the overdraw save artifact, because I know there is one. I probably could have used it for that deck. Well, no, I couldn't have, because this is a legendary. The mind takes over your slot, so I couldn't have used that. I guess in general that basic deck concept, but that basic deck concept was made from. Well, I guess in general I could probably modify it to use that. I'm so tempted to use Endogeny right now. I'm gonna. You know what? Actually, Burb. Oh, I ordered that wrong. I ordered that terribly. I should have summoned Endogeny first. Because if I summoned Endogeny first, then School Tim would have gotten stronger, because then its attack would have been less. Its attack would have been 3, summon Endogeny, its attack would have gone up, then it would have. Yeah. I'm saving Fortune, by the way. Oh, and I'm not putting that back in his hand. It has a magic effect. You can die. That had a magic effect. I'm not using an Endogeny on that. And I'm just gonna store money now. I'm gonna stockpile money for like 2 or 3 Endogenes on one turn. You think you have a board? Think again! Hello, Endogeny. Are we gonna start the Endogeny cycle? Where it's Endogeny on 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 Endogeny. Oh, astigmatism. I like you. So, we put you there, we put you there. We kill you. And I'm gonna say that that's it. And we're just gonna get a Luke's every turn as well. So we're basically drawing 2. One of them is really weak, though. Oh, hey, look, it's Luke's. Why did you put that there? So I don't get the Luke's, I'm assuming? But it dies. Your value. You lose it. I'm just gonna play an Endogeny right now, simply because I can't be bothered. I know he's gonna get a magic trigger, but I can't be bothered. I mean, the Jerry doesn't matter if it gets hit by the Lukes, and he can hit any one of these other ones, and it won't really matter. Oh, a Vegetoid. Nice. He has a Vegetoid and a Lukes in his hand. I feel bad. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's actually clever. You put the Vegetoid in front of the Astigmatism, so it auto-triggered its dust. Clever. Clever. The claw. I don't know why that's what my brain went to when I started doing that voice. It just was. I'm going to put them on 1 HP. I'm going to put them on 1 HP, and then I'm going to play Fortune. Enjoy the fact that now there is a 1 in 10 chance, increasing over the course of the turns, that you die every time you draw. You put the... Why did you put your one possible saving grace in front of the thing that kills things at the start of my turn? I'm just gonna wait for them to draw the bomb. I'm just farming quests right now off of them. Farm quest. Farm quest. Oh good, you didn't put it in front of the astigmatism this time. It's still going to get absolutely obliterated. Just give me a moment to figure out how. There we go. And at any moment, by the way, now, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. There are now going to be 3 mines in that deck. So there's a 1 in 3 chance to just draw a mine. Yeah. I actually was kind of hoping they didn't. So I probably shouldn't have played that, but eh. Let's check our friendship levels. Ooh, friendship! We have it. We have friends. Oh yeah, we have friends. I don't know what that voice was. And we have more dust. I actually did need more dust because I was planning on doing something. And more coins. And some packs. And the reason I wanted more dust was because there was a quest for using the timer's effect. So I need to have the timer to use it, which is at the start of every 3rd turn, your opponent skips their next turn. So, that is a very difficult thing to do, as you might imagine. It is a very difficult thing to actually get that to work. It is a very powerful effect, but it is difficult to do. So, I'm going to try to... Oh, so I need to activate Synergy one more time and capture... This is going to happen in Bravery, probably. I have 1 more red wagon. I have 1 red wagon, and then I could craft another with dust if I get enough, and then probably do that. Or I can just, in Bravery, keep hoping to draw more. And then, you know, even if I'm probably still doing that in Bravery, even if I get all 3 copies that you can have in a deck, because there's a chance of making another copy. But also, yeah, that's hard to do. But anyway, let's open our packs that we just earned from being friends. Okay. None of that is too... Charge. Shock. Summon a fly. Silence this and gain charge. Oh. So, you summon this. If you play a spell, you summon an exact copy of this. And then every time you play a spell, the one that was summoned can summon another one, is what that ends up reading. Okay. Ooh, golden flowers. Magic. Look at 2 random different spells costing less than 10 gold that you've cast this game. Choose one to add to your hand. Hello, golden flowers. You're being added to the integrity deck. just auto add. I do also need to add the timer in, which is going to probably make my deck worse, but I need to put it in there. What am I removing? The telescope, by the way, is insane. The telescope has probably saved my life more times than I can count, because you're messing with your opponent's deck. I have taken away kill spells from my opponent, because putting them on the bottom is effectively killing them, at least until the very, very end of the game, and by that point it's basically decided who the winner is. Who do I want to remove? I'll remove... It's actually very hard to decide who to remove. No, I want dog food, though. No, I want my dog food. Probably gonna add that back, but... I need... Like, all of these are, like... you know, I can go without the toy block for a few fights. But also, the other one was golden flowers? Because this is just giving me more spells for more triggers. Yeah. Because ones that I've cast too, which means that this will either give me spades or fortune in this deck. As long as I play those spells, obviously, before this game. But because of the way this deck's set up, it'll either give me spades or fortune, or somehow if I generate another spell. But that basically means that this thing is -1 cost, effectively, which is kind of insane. And of course triggering the thing, so I can remove 1 Endogeny to add that in the deck. Because the Endogenies actually aren't a big part of this deck. They're more put in there for the quest completion of the daily. Nope, nope. I said the telescope is insane. I want it in my life. Okay. I'm not putting... By the way, I'm not putting out the timer for a while. I'm probably waiting until I have full control over the board until I put out the telescope. Because that is something that I legitimately want to have. Okay, telescope. And Endogeny go on the bottom. See what I mean? I just effectively sent an Endogeny to the graveyard. Or to the dust pile, sorry. It is not going to be played until the very end of the game. And I know that now. Well, the longer telescopes use, the more that changes, but you get what I mean. Okay. Gonna put a pyro up there as well. I could choose not to use the scopes, but it is very impactful to actually just control, even to the slightest degree, what your opponent draws. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well for me. Lancer painting, good. Do I that can go to the bottom. I'm gonna put out a Jerry. And then I need to start punching through. I just need to forcibly punch my way through all of them at this point. They will have to break themselves upon my body. Okay. So, there's a very important part of this. I could do the timer one probably easier in a patience deck, but this is at the that's a lot of Jerry. It's just Jerry. It's just Jerry. As I was saying, I could probably do it easier in a brain function. In a patience deck, because patience paralyzes enemies, which every other turn effectively makes it so at most they have 3 people on their board, which just makes taunts even more effective, which would probably make it a lot easier. But on the opposing side to that, I now have the spade, so screw rules. The spade is so busted and I love it. I control the game now. Okay, so I need to think this through. The ice block can go on the left because he's paralyzing things on the left. Then Heat's Flamesman can go there, and then I get an extra 1 gold. Yeah. This is the fun thing. I generate so much value with this deck that people with the draw thing, where they draw every 5 turns, can't outvalue me. You think you have a value deck? Watch me, bitch. Let's Endogeny you away. Just Slugfest. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. That's a Royal Guard. I don't like the Royal Guard. Oh, you just gave the Royal Guard taunt. That makes it a lot easier to deal with. I know you gave it one more health because that's how that interaction works, and I really do actually like how that interaction works. It makes it really fun to actually play with it. But, that does make it an easier target, so... So... It will be at... It'll be at 4, which unfortunately, see what I did there, will leave it just outside of range. But I can do this. Yes! Did what I wanted it to. Because now I can play the... I'm not gonna play it like that. I'm gonna play the Head Hattie. Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm biding my time for playing the timer. That's all I'm doing. I'm just biding my time so I can play the timer. I just need to wait long enough so that they've expended their important resources. Ah! My face! It shall now be in pain. Oh. There was the pain I was saying my face would be in, and yes, it was. On the bright side, that did just fully heal my ice block that I was actually kind of worried about. Yeah, I should just kill that. Then I should... When I can play a Rud... I just got another Lancer painting from the Rudin. Thank you, Rudin. Okay. Head Hattie attacks the ice block. Rodin attacks the ice block. It's just called ice, but I always want to call it an ice block. Getting so many of these paintings now. Actually, I think I have enough to do... I know it's a 1 in 3. I think I have enough to do stupid things now. I got the 1 in 3. Does it target the lowest health enemy? Because I swear, I've done that enough times that it seems like it targets the lowest health enemy. I swear it targets the lowest health enemy. Then I'm going to do... I want them to be at like 1 card in hand when I do this to make sure they don't have any really stupid tricks up their sleeve. I know they're not dead. No, they're not dead from that. But I really, really want to. They are trying to burn me down. Now the problem with burning me down is I have an insane amount of power when it comes to board control. I have so much power when it comes to board control that, well, just watch. Oh, scopes also. I forgot that the scopes would also be targeted by that. Ah! This is why we have this here. I may be dead. Oh my, I think I'm actually dead now. Yep, I'm dead. Oh my. I'm dead. No. No. No, don't kill me. Really, you put taunt on that? That's just to taunt me, isn't it? This is not to taunt the creatures, that's to taunt me. You had many ways to kill me. Maybe if I'd played the timer earlier, because they didn't seem to have many ways to actually deal with it. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can focus on... Okay. We're gonna see if we can do this. I don't want to end this episode until I get the timer off once. Because that's all I need to do. I just need to get this timer off once. Oh god, no. The gen train is starting. I'm gonna generate so much value. Yes, the value. Oh, I forgot protection. Star card. All of the value will be mine. Also, there's a very good thing for getting the Whimsum now, is that, that's a 2 cost. So I can play a 3 cost and a 2 cost. And then kill. We are playing against Determination, so we do have to be careful of all the things that die. So we have to be careful about. Then, should I play Fortune now? It's not as effective. I could play the Astigmatism. Well, hot diggity. I got to play the Astigmatism. It's also probably going to be 2 more turns until the Lancer painting dies, because I doubt they're going to kill it themselves. Because its true value is in its dust effect. Why do people keep willingly putting their creatures in front of the Astigmatism? Do you really fear me getting Luke's that much? That you will just willingly... I get your determination, so you probably want them to... Actually, you know, that's fine. Your determination, you want things to die. You want things to die that much that you are willing to sacrifice. Here! Very potent card that's on a really low cost. Go in front of this. Kill thing. Oh no, not the Migosp. I am sorry. Oh. Never mind, not sorry. And then... It's determination. What are the chances that they have something? It's pretty high, but I have to. I have to get this started, or else I'm never going to be able to actually get something done. At the start of it's every 3rd turn. So does that count the turn it's summoned? That's very important if it counts the turn it's summoned. Like seriously, that may be one of the most important things, is that it counts if it counts the turn it's summoned. Really? You use that on Jerry? Oh, it has the timer on the thing. Thank you. Some games wouldn't do that. Thank you for doing that. Also, I'm going to Endogeny the Toriel, both for the quest completion and for the fact that that is just another dust thing effect that I can delay. I just need to delay. Just need to delay till the timer's done. Oh, magic. Oh, that hurts. You have no idea how much that hurts my soul. Not in game, like my actual soul. It burns with pain. Pain of 1,000 pains. So now you shall feel the pain of a spade. Okay, you just made Jerry, like, utterly useless. I'm sorry, Jerry. But the reason that I killed that first was because I wanted to make sure the cactus would be safe. Because if the cactus gets its attack reduced, then it can't deal damage. And if it can't deal damage, then, well, it is completely useless. Learned that one from experience. Yeah. Also, you pissed me off enough. Enjoy all the mines in your deck now. I unfortunately don't have 2 Head Hatties on the board. One time I had 2 Head Hatties on the board, and that gets absolutely ridiculous. Enjoy your pain. I know I'm giving them their dust triggers, but like, they draw 3 mines, they're dead, and a fair amount of their deck is mines. I think over half of their deck is mines at this point. Oh, we're gonna start the Endogeny train, okay. They have a Gaster Blaster in there, I know. All of those have really low health. Do you notice that? Like, I can do something like this. And then this twice. And, Yeah, they're restoring health, but I'm clearing their board every turn. It's kind of hard to come back from that. Do I? Okay, I do. I think it counts on start when it comes to that one. But yeah, a fair amount of their deck is that. No. Rodent attack, and then we spade. And then we play Indoginate for even less value, but I get the quest progress. Oh, you made my head hattie healthier. I don't attack with them much, have you noticed? I actually prefer for your I was gonna say, I actually prefer for my monsters to not deal that much damage and have high health. It's actually the preferred for my monsters. Because then, I can set up turns like this, where I clear your board with only spade. And if I clear your board with only spade, then you get 3 mines in your deck. Isn't this fun? Seriously, their deck is almost back to starting size. I think it is at starting size, actually, at this point. It's about to be, if not. Oh, look! A royal guard! I'm so scared with my 30 health still. Okay, I think we actually have, if I play spade now, it would get it back to starting size minus the hand size. But I'm just gonna do this. I actually forgot I had the cactus on the board, but how they have not drawn a mine yet is honestly amazing. Summon a random doge! Oh. You didn't summon the doge I wanted. Well, in that case, more spades! Seriously though, I want more of them. You can always use more spades. Why would I ever want less of them? Okay, yeah, here it happens. Yeah. That's usually how those matches end, just a combo of mines. Let's buy more packs, and then hopefully, just by virtue of me buying packs and not even using the cards probably, well, that was a lot of blue. Magic, add a random spell of your class to your hand. Dust, add a random spell of your class to your hand. That's a good time. And also, that's Dogame for the Doggerisa, so yeah, they buff each other. So if they're both on the board, they're 6/6s, or they're 5/6 and 6/5, which is cool. A Lauren, but shiny. Fawn. Another chance. Yeah, I need another chance. Yeah, but ooh, a purple. Costs 1 less for each plant you played this game. Max -9 cost. And it's a 7/7. Well, that could be. That actually is very easy to get low. I just thought about that because there's a lot of token plants. Yeah, that's actually pretty good for like an early game aggro deck. Didn't I just get rid of you? Okay. Oh, we can start it now. Give me my spade. Give me my spade. Also, okay, I need to be careful again, because once again, it's determination, and I really don't want to end this episode until I get a bloody timer to go off. It is one of the most difficult things to do, but I want to do it so badly. So, I mean, it's best to play Jerry. Oh, also, I've gone back on my position on what Integrity does. Integrity is really good for playing on curve, because it gives you 1 back for if you spend all your gold. So it's really good for playing on curve or comboing off. Either one. simply because of the way that mana or money works, however you want to say it. However you want to say it. Okay, astigmatism if I needed more murder. Okay, let's start the murder train. Yeah. This is the power of mines. It's just I can board control while killing them. Because every time I play the spade spell, it shuffles a mine in their deck, which is slowly killing them. So I can just focus on board control. This is the power of stall and mill, and I love it. I love it. Let's dog food. Once again, the dog food is put in my deck because of the quest. Because it summons a random dog, which I believe counts as the quest condition. I actually didn't check, but either way, it's actually pretty good for just sustainability. So, yes, give it more damage. That's what you should do. Damage yourself. That's what you should also do. Also, waste one of your knives. Thank you. Okay. So, what should I do? Yeah. Well, it's wanting me to play the Endogeny. Should I play the Endogeny, is the question. I think I shall. I'll put the magic back in its hand and see if it just wants to give the dog food a terrible stat line. Or see if they want to give the dog food a terrible stat line, or save that for later. Because I know that the magic's in its hand, and eventually they'll have to play it out. Oh, no, they just want to give it a terrible stat line. Okay. The stat line. 'Tis terrible. This is a terrible stat line. Okay, 2 in 3 now for the spade to hit someone. Watcha! Hey, hit the exact person I wanted it to. I swear to you, I'm not cheating. This is just legitimately what the spade does. The spade does what the spade does, and the spade does it well. Because of the way that turned out, I'm actually going to play a cactus. And I'm going to kill you just manually. Then I'm going to spade. I love spade. Spade gets around so many things. Like the ice block doesn't paralyze anything when you kill it with spade, because you killed it and none of your monsters, and you can't paralyze a person. Well, except with the timer, of course, because it just skips the turn. I guess that's the closest thing to paralyzation of a player you can get. I have a cactus on board. Did you miss that? Okay. Sorry, I was worried for a moment. Then I remembered I had a cactus on board. Astigmatism telescope. So I'm effectively drawing 2 a turn now. Which one would I rather them not have? I'd rather them not have the Royal Guard, honestly. I can deal with the Endogeny pretty easily, actually. But the sheer amount of health that is on a Royal Guard is a little bit more hard to deal with. And you have another one? Well, I see now why you just ran into the first. No, I need the silence to come out now. I need all the things that could get in the way of the timer to just not exist. I need them to get out now. So, we'll see what they silence. Because I could see them silencing literally anything on this board. There's good cases for all of them. You make a good case for the Lancer painting, so I don't have defense up, but granted, with the way the Lancer painting's been going, yep. You can make a good case for that one as well. As said, they were good cases to make for any of them. Because, yeah, astigmatism is just a dust trigger for them. Because they're playing, since they're playing determination, astigmatism is a dust trigger for them. Boopity boop boop, boopity boop boop, boopity boop boop boop. Boop. I need to keep them I need to keep them at like perfect equilibrium when it comes to health. That way I don't kill them immediately with mines. It is surprisingly difficult to do. I need to not kill them with mines or fatigue damage before I can get the timer off, which is surprisingly difficult. And I'm actually going to attack the Undyne with the Astigmatism. That is so that it will die, hopefully, to the Undyne. Thank you. Thank you for dying. That's what I wanted. Then we're going to play the painting. We're going to make them take 3 damage. Don't draw 2 mines in a row here. Thank you, you drew none. That's actually kind of perfect. Indogeny, my old friend, pal, buddy. Yeah, the Heat's Flames one is actually really good in this deck because it makes the break point for the spade anything with 4 health instead of just 3. Or, with kindness, anything with 3 health. Which is a really good break point. I'm gonna go ahead and use another spade. It'll kill random damaged, so either Jerry or Head Hattie. Either way, I'm kind of fine with it. Yeah. I was kind of fine with it at that point because I don't need to spam them anymore. They have enough mines in their deck to kill them already. At this point, I'm just stalling to see if I can get the timer off. As you might have noticed, I can stall really easily with this deck. Please stop taking damage. I don't want you to die yet. Please. Please, I don't want you to die yet. I want you to live. I'm actually going to take a scope, and if there's... Yep. I have to put the mine on the bottom just in case. So they don't draw as many... This is actually a strategy that I've done before to stall the game longer, is legitimately put my own mines on the bottom. It's really weird, but it works. Also, I'm gonna do this because it's stupid. Adding another spade to my hand, and I can go ahead and play out the fortunes at this point. So I'm just gonna play 1. But, yeah. This is getting stupid, isn't it? It's been stupid. But you can see what happens when this gets set up. It has like a 50-50 win rate with me messing around. It has like a 50-50 toying rate, I should say, probably. I doubt... Like, do they have a Vegetoid? Yes, 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 a Vegetoid. Perfect. Perfect, you have a Vegetoid. Perfect. I can give you more health. Ah, ah, ah. Yes. Thank you for letting me grant you health. I'm actually going to kill that with the cactus so I don't have to, you know, give more mines to their deck. Seriously, their deck is full of mines at this point. I want them to live, but it is very difficult. It is difficult to allow them to live. Oh, good. Papyrus, papyrus, papyrus. Good. Yes, yes. Good papyrus. Good papyrus. Yes. No! You killed yourself. I will get this timer off one day. You hear me? One day. We're doing this again. I will get this timer off. This timer will go off. And oh, we already have the painting. Okay. Oh, and they're justice, so they can't choose not to kill it if I just leave it on the board by itself. Why did you punishment? Do you know what you have done? Do you know what monster you have unleashed? I don't think they know what they have done. It is time we initiate them into the ways of the spade. The ways of the spade are very painful. I seriously wonder what the people on the other side of this deck must be thinking. Like, legitimately, I wonder that at this point. Like, what are they thinking when I run this? Because at first they must be like, this deck is doing nothing. And then afterwards they're like, how is this clearing my board every turn? How? Just how? Stop clearing my board every turn. Please, stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop. 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 Okay, Rodden and another taunt because, of course, why not? Why not? This is ridiculous, honestly. I think this is ridiculous at this point. I'm not keeping that much on the board at this point, but like, they're using their top end. That's a fair amount of their top end, and I defeated it with my low end. Oh no, not a Luke's. I'm about to feel very sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna feel so sorry and bad. I need to play out a cactus. Like, I keep looking through my hand, and even with integrity, with all the money that I have, I'm still almost overfilling my hand. I think it was a good call to switch from bravery to integrity for this deck. Because, yeah, that was a bit too much. Oh, you made me overdraw ahead, Hattie. I'm not too mad at you. If you made me overdraw my timer, I was about to just go into full murder mode. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? I want to play that. And I want to play that. So yeah, now I have basically just a permanent blocker. Because you've seen how many times I can play spade in a turn. Oh, you killed my cactus. Like that matters. 50-50. Ah, the 50-50 failed. Color me shocked. That actually usually doesn't. But luckily right now, they still have to use 2 monsters to deal with it. Okay. Railguard's still dead next turn. Their whole board's still dead next turn. Oh, do you know how many triggers you're giving me? Like, that's all I'm seeing this as, is just triggers. Your board is triggers. Your board is not monsters, it is triggers. That's all it is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is what happens. This is what happens when your board all has less than 3 health. That's the problem with me not playing Heat's Flamesman or a taunt minion. This is why you have taunt minions and Heat's Flamesman. I still find it hilarious how I can full clear the board every turn. This is not okay, right? Like, this isn't just me. This is not okay. I get that this takes a lot to set up, but like... Oh, also, I have all 3 fortunes in my deck. I suppose that's a 7-7-7. I just need to move the telescope. So right now it's a 7-7-7. Yep, the Indogany's at 3. That's dead. Oh, Aaron, you're at 3 because I have the dog food up. Oh wait, no, I have a greater dog up. Never mind. Even better. The amount of ridiculous in the deck cannot be comprehended. Can you? I can't. Yep, just filling their deck with bombs. Let's put down another Heat's Flamesman again. I'm trying to get the timer to work. I just have... This is the problem. This is the one problem. I can't stall too effectively because my stall kills my opponent. The longer I stall, the closer my opponent gets to death. My stall is so effective it kills people. It's not full-on stall, it's just... I have made the perfect deck as long as you can get it set up. So all I need to do is fix my setup time, and then it's perfect. My kingdom come, my will be done. I think that is the first time I've ever used that phrase, which is terrifying. Yep, put the mine on the bottom. I can now control what they draw. I thought I put the mine on the bottom. Oh wait, no, they double drawed. They double drewed. Hopefully they have no way of dealing with the timer. I will try my best to make sure they have no way of dealing with the timer. And I mean that. I will do everything in my power to make sure they cannot deal with the timer. It may take everything in my bones, but I will do it. Do not deal with this timer. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I didn't get a scope this turn because of the way that triggered. It's also fine. I have to. I don't want to, but I have to. Then we Jerry. I can't. There are so many things that I just can't risk right now that it actually kind of terrifies me. We're one turn away. We are one turn away. Please do not take this from me. Do not take this from me. They didn't take this from me. I'm not even gonna let the mines have it. Nothing will take this from me. No! Did it do it? It worked. We skipped a turn with timer's effect. That was the turn they were gonna skip. If I remember correctly, that was the turn they were gonna skip. They just got to draw, I think. But... Yes, that is perfect. Okay, I have a shiny Lancer painting to put in that deck now. Thank you. You got me there. And then Dark Throne. Magic. Draw a generated card from your deck. Yeah, card didn't start in your deck. Yeah, I generated this a few times. I overdrew. I couldn't use it. Asgore, Smolder Cake, Ballper. I don't care. All I care about is that I finally did that quest. Look at these quests, okay? That was the hardest one to do. That was the hardest one to do. Now, all I have to do is activate Synergy and catch Red Wagon with Order. You know what? We have enough time. We have enough time. I'm gonna check friendships just to see if there's any. I don't think I don't have enough. Oh wait, no, I got some duplicates. But I don't have enough to make more red wagons. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to make a straight up generation deck. Oh, by the way, we're keeping the Lancer paintings in regardless of what we do, because Lancer paintings OP. We're removing the Jigsaws because the Jigsaws actually aren't that good. Do we remove the strength? We remove the strength. We're actually probably going to turn off the mind. We may turn off the mines. We may not. But okay. But what we are going to do is we are going to get... We are going to get this. Okay? We also need to activate synergy. Which means G... Which means G followers are gonna be in this deck, okay? As many as I can get. We don't need Lukes, don't need Magus. Okay? Okay, this is what we're doing at this point. This is what we're doing. Complete and utter insanity. I'm gonna see if I can get all of these done. Okay? That's what I'm doing at this point. I'm gonna see if I can get all these done. Where are you? Where are you? Put that in. Can I? Yeah, put another rodent in so you can generate more cards. Yeah, put it in a Snowden sign because you want to generate spells. Yes, yes. More power. The timer is useless. The timer takes so much time to actually activate that by the time that you have it going off, and we're gonna put a certificate. Okay, so make sure you change it to bravery. We're gonna see if we can do this with a full-on generation deck. Already starting off strong with our painting. Going up. Oh no, we're going up against ingenuity. But I'm going to see. I believe I need to activate synergy, and I need to get Red Wagon. So that was the main things: is activating synergy and getting Red Wagon. So, with that being known, I need to activate synergy one more time and catch Red Wagon twice with its own effect. So, I need to generate Red Wagon. Anytime it comes up, I need to generate Red Wagon. If not, Library Looks. Library Looks basically doubles the effectiveness of all of my plays going forward. Yeah, I can't generate anything else this turn. This is what I mean with doing this in Bravery. I kind of over-generate a lot. My card advantage. It's too much for even me to handle. Oh, fuck. I'm probably dead here. Shit. This needs to hit the ice cap. Thank you. And then I literally can't damage Jerry. Because Jerry is a bent. Jerry is very powerful. Now, don't destroy the Red Wagon, whatever you do. We have a little bit of protection against that. Just a little bit. Okay, we destroyed one of those. Next up would be using this. Okay, yeah. That's actually good. That's actually more okay than it was a little bit ago. I'm probably gonna die here, honestly. But that'll give us a chance to reset. And when we do reset, then we're gonna try this again. When we try this again, we are hopefully going to activate synergy one time. Just one time. And capture Red Wagon at least twice. Okay? It's all we need to do. It's all we need to do. So you need to destroy that one. It'll be the most effective use of your time. You can die. I mean, the cactus has uses. It's just not... It's not the best when it has its ability removed. Think I'm still dead? Yeah, I'm still dead. At least that thing killed the Aeron. Yeah, denying yourself the ability of bravery, like, every other time you get it. Okay. Let's try again. We're gonna keep doing this until we get the thing to work. Okay. So now we know that we can activate synergy if we have 8 and we draw another one of these. That's something we can do for sure. Okay, doesn't matter. I have this bad habit of not looking at my opponent's soul. I really should start doing that. Yeah, disarmed, can't attack. Okay. I can't take this. I want to take the Trader Timmy, but it would make me overdraw. I'm gonna take the Trader Timmy, even though it's the worst idea possible. I need to get so many cards out of my hand right now. I'm not gonna play the Trader Timmy for a while. Thank you, Heat's Flamesman, for saving my life. Because for some reason, no one ever registers that the Heat's Flamesman deals 1 damage to everyone that enters that is an enemy of mine, including the Ice Cap that so many people love putting in their deck. I don't. I probably should, but I don't. Okay. There's no way to get 2 cards out of my hand this turn. There's literally no way. Scheisse. I'm just gonna draw and I'm gonna miss out on the recruitment. That sucks. This is me trying to get cards out of my hand. It doesn't work. It does not work. Okay, so this isn't even the worst it can get in this deck. I could be generating 3 or 4 cards a turn. Put that there. That there. Exact that. Okay. Also, we have 3 taunts on the board. I just want to point that out. We are bravery and we have 3 taunts on the board. Take that, patience. Oh my god. I find that even funnier with the fact that... Yes, Aeron, go and paralyze yourself. I thought they were going to do that, but... Yeah, I can't play that yet. I need to just get cards out of my hand. This is the most difficult part, is like, I can't get cards out of my hand. Every time I think I do, they just come right back. Please. Thank you. I never thought I'd say thank you to a spade missing, but thank you. This is actually kind of ridiculous. I am generating too much value. The value, it is drowning me. It is drowning me in value. No, I don't need a Snowden sign. Did you not just hear what I said about value and being drowned in it? The last thing I need is a Snowden sign. I need to kill that, and then just... Please don't be paying attention to the turn counter. Because if so, you can just give me a spade. Don't kill my Lancer painting. This is the one time I'm going to ask you to not kill my Lancer painting. This is the one time I'm going to ask you that. Do not kill my Lancer painting. Oh, wait, no, he has to kill my Lancer painting. He's Justice. My soul hurts. Do you see how difficult it is to run out cards from this deck? Put that charge on the bottom of the deck. That is one of the most difficult things that I can possibly do. Hello, Royal Guard. I didn't expect to see you this soon. You're getting indogonied. Ow! My telescope. It's probably dying. I actually thank you if you're killing my telescope. Like, legitimately, thank you. You're not killing my telescope. You're not killing my telescope? I wanted that dead. Note to self, if you ever play Undertale, use that for your Kara voice. On the channel. Okay. We're starting to get to the point where we can actually accept a recruitment. We won't. I generate too much value. You never think that'd be a complaint, but it is. I really do need to get that artifact, and I keep spending my money on packs, but I really do need to just spend my money on that artifact that that makes it so you can't overdraw when it comes to this deck specifically, because it's just so easy to do. Like, look at this. Look at this. Well, I mean, it's Stigmatism without their ability is kind of just a beat stick. Please don't kill the Snowden sign. Please don't kill the Snowden sign. Please don't kill the Snowden sign. Please don't kill the Snowden. Also, I want to point out, I haven't gotten my I don't think I've gotten my recruitment ability once. Do I just lean into the insanity at this point? I may just have to lean into the insanity. I'm leaning into the insanity. I do not decide what my hand gives me. My hand decides whether or not I am allowed. Why wouldn't you silence the Timmy? Are you seriously just... I think they know at this point that I'm constantly not getting my recruitment because my hand is too full. So they're like, yeah, no, I'm not silencing that. You deal with your deck being that screwed up. Oh. 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 Okay. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Timmy, die. I really didn't want that to happen, but I might actually get a trigger of the recruit. Yay, I got recruitment. I got it to trigger once. What have I done? What have I done? The value is too much. It's too much value. Okay. Take the redacted. Then summon the follower. Okay, we've triggered synergy now. What else? Attack. Attack. Spade. Jerry. Soon they're gonna be out of cards. The good thing about this deck is I generate so much that in the end game they just can't outdo me. Because I literally cannot run out of cards. As you can probably see, it is near impossible for me to run out of cards in this deck. Don't think there's been a game where I've ended with less than 4 cards in my hand. And I've tried to get rid of them. Believe me, I've tried. Like this. 50-50. Thank you for actually getting rid of that. There are many times where, and yes, that was actually me trying to get rid of that because I think you can tell why at this point. Look, I'm below. I'm at a number of cards that I can actually deal with. I'm at 4 cards. I can actually deal with that. Oh my god. Oh my. It is a reasonable amount of cards again. It's a reasonable amount of cards. I might be going a little bit insane from the amount of value. It's too much value. No person should have this much value. No person should have this much value. Red wagon, red wagon, red wagon, red wagon. No red wagon. I'll just take the memory head to hope for a red wagon later, and I will kill off a monster. And don't they drew mines. Stop drawing mines when I'm trying to keep you alive so I can kill you later. Okay, we just need to capture red wagon twice. That's all we need to do, and we will have completed our goals. Also, what's with the oh, we've done these now. Now we just need to do the molds. Chops, backs. Magic, mold small. Magic, gain taunt. If you have 5 or more cards in hand, gain haste instead. So this in that deck, this reads 4/6 haste. This will never read taunt. This always reads haste. Yeah, and that's that. So I'm gonna save up to actually get. Let me actually take off the bloody mines. I'm actually tempted to take off the bloody mines. What else do we have again? Draw. No. Solidarity and poke, because honestly we can generate so much value that I know we can kill them with the mines, but I kind of don't want to kill them is the problem with the mines. I want to kill them when I kill them, and I can actually just wait for them to die from fatigue damage. I don't need to wait for them to die from any other kind of damage, and I should have put molds in this deck. That way we could have done the other daily. I am dumb. This is also probably going to be a really long episode. You can look at the bar right now if you want to be spoiled on how long this actually takes me to do. It's probably going to take me an eternity to just catch the red wagon twice. It's all we're trying to do is just catch the red wagon twice. With its own effect. Which is quite possibly one of the most difficult things. No molds, no red wagon. Okay, now we can actually look at their effects. This is kind of insane. That just builds up into insanity if you don't deal with it quickly. So please, let it build up. So it's going to be a 3/5, and then it's going to probably just get 1/1s past that. Simply because I'm probably not going to let it build much. Okay. Summon that, and then yeah, I'm not healing that up. That works much better in a kindness deck. That works much better in a kindness deck because you can just keep it at full HP. Just keeping it at full HP is amazing. Because it just keeps getting +2/+2 every turn if you keep it at full HP. Okay. Shiny Lancer painting. And another cactus. And... poke. And I'll let you decide whether or not you want to kill the burger bush. I'm actually there's no way that they can stop me from getting my recruitment. I got my recruitment. Yay! Library Lukes. I always go for the Library Lukes because guess what Library Lukes does? He duplicates all generated cards. So anytime I want to, in Bravery, I can just play him and be like, oh, hey, my hand goes into my deck. Pretty much. It's probably better to go with that one, honestly, especially if I'm going to be activating Synergy a lot, which I honestly might be with those. With the amount of... I'm actually going to start the generation train. I just need to, like, cull my hand of the bad generations. That's all I need to do, is cull my hand of the bad generations. Oh, and they get -1 cost. I forgot about that part. But I just need to cull my hand of the bad generations. Then I can play Library Lukes. That includes, by the way, that I can just get a spade. Water cooler. That sounds fun. Once I get a spade, I can shuffle that into my deck. I forgot all allies includes me. Don't kill my Lancer painting. Okay, good. You didn't kill my Lancer painting. This is figuring out a puzzle. Because I'm trying to figure out how to kill something that isn't my Lancer painting. To make space. I'm gonna miss out on recruitment. That's just gonna happen. But I'm trying to do this because, well, as you may have noticed, my hand is kind of full. And I don't want to miss out on getting Red Wagon. Because I have 1 copy, I need 2. Oh, it's a 5/1 with charge. Yep, exactly what I said. So if I didn't do that, I would have lost the Red Wagon. As long as it works the way I think it does, where it generates... Well, you know what I mean. Sometimes games can be confusing on how they generate cards when it comes to this type of stuff. That water cooler, if you can protect it, is actually insane for all things except for kindness, and kindness included, but since pretty much everyone has trouble healing their own HP bar except for kindness, yeah, that can get ridiculous. Okay. Is now the time that I start the insanity train? It might be the time I start the no. It's too much. Still too much power. And by that I mean too many cards in my hand. And yeah. Still way too many cards in my hand to actually do this. Which is insane. That I'm still having too many cards in my hand at this point. Why do people keep silencing the magic effect instead of the ongoing? What's wrong with you? The magic effect means nothing to silence. It already happened. You can't silence. You can't stop something from happening that already happened. You're not a time traveler. I should have killed this already. Okay. Play the library looks. Play the spade. Now remember now, we don't have the mine on, so they won't die from mines, which is important. Draw a generated card from your deck. Yeah, if I did that, I'd die. Sorry, I did overdraw very quickly. No, we don't have chalk triggers. Just take the game bomb. Kill it. Kill it. I will get this. That generates every turn. What is wrong with me? We do have to attack their health bar. Let's not forget about that. I seriously almost forgot that we have to attack their health. Well, we don't really. We can wait for fatigue damage to take over. For the most part. Because we will get enough library looks. Well, actually, they're playing bravery as well, so they may get enough library looks as well that they just don't die. That is something that actually kind of worries me, is that they just don't. We have like an... Actually, that'd be amazing if we had an endless fight. Then we could both get our... I need 5 to kill you. Well, you're tough. Never mind. You're dead. Kill you. I am trying to free up space on my board. This is me trying to free up space on my board. It's not working. It's not working. I should probably take the telescope out of my deck. It's not working. Too much value. Too much value. I need to get out of my hand. I should have got rid of the other one. I'm dumb. Attack face. But seriously though, like this is... I have too much value. The value, it is overwhelming me. Seriously though, the fact that I can have this much board presence is kind of ridiculous. No, 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 no. None of this is what I want. I think this may actually heal me. At this point. Okay. Yeah. Redacted. I kind of wish my hand was full right now so I didn't get the spade. Nah. There. And then just attack them. I just need to wait. I do need to keep 2 slots free every turn at least. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. The value overwhelms me. This is overwhelming value to everyone, including its controller. Like, I need to have this as like a foretold prophecy. Like, this deck was foretold and... I think this is actually... It's legitimately just... This is the deck that was foretold. The deck with so much value that it was even too much for the wielder to contain. The value shall overcome both opponent and wielder. I need a no maximum hand size, which is why I'm saving up for that artifact. But like, no, no! What have I done? Kill the astigmatism. Kill it dead. Kill the astigmatism. I need to get rid of the spade now. Kill the astigmatism. It does not need to live. Its life makes mine harder. Because it just generates Luxes. I can now generate 3 cards in 1 turn on a bad turn. On a bad turn, I'm generating 2 cards. Evil blueprints. Evil blueprints. Evil blueprints. You're doing this intentionally, so I burn cards out of my deck, aren't you now? Please don't. Please don't. I'm gonna burn a Lux. A Lux is gonna spawn into existence and immediately die. Rudolph, you need to die so that others may live. Follower, you can die. Astigmatism, finish it off. Okay. Astigmatism, you're gonna die to your own Lux because, yeah, no. Please. Why? I need a red wagon. That's all I need. I just need 1 red wagon to trigger this once. And if not, then I just need to keep building the friendship meter with all of my monsters. Because the friendship meter will mean I'm just 1 step closer to getting dust. And more dust means I can craft more of these red wagons, which means I'm more likely to get them to hit themselves. No red wagons. No red wagons. No red wagons. Also, I picked probably the worst one I could because this thing replaces itself when it dies. Speaking of dies, that's what our opponent's about to do. Because they're going to die to fatigue damage very shortly. And I need to clear spaces on my board. It is very difficult to do. Please kill my monsters. Please. How do I kill the This is the maximum amount of monsters I can kill, I think. Jerry. Then Rodin won't do anything. But Rodin is like best chance for No! What have you done? Do you know what you have done? Do you know what you have done? You've made it so that I cannot get a red wagon now. I cannot get red wagon on red wagon action now. You fool! You have angered me. Look at the amount of money I have just from waiting, by the way. Okay. Let's check the friendships. Pack. I don't think any of these are dust. None of these are dust. It's just packs and money. It's just packs and money. I need dust so I can make more. But packs might give me dust. Packs might give me dust from reprints. Ice cap. I had a nice ice cap so into hand. That's a pretty good card. Haste armor has plus attack with damage. Dust. Draw a card and reduce cut by 2. Turns out sacrifices the trigger. It's dust. Okay, that's kind of fun actually. Bridge seed. Okay, we know about this. Spider bakery. We know about this. Send a paralyzed enemy monster to its bone deck. Okay, we know about it. Change parity whenever this attacks kills a monster. Gain percent parity. Okay. None of this is useful. I need more dust. I need more dust. You cannot be used in the early game. You may look like an early game card. I'm talking about the Rodin. But yeah, no, I can't use it in the early game. I just can't. It overfills my hand too quickly. Oh no, I'm gonna overfill my hand, aren't I? Well, I'm not gonna overfill my hand in the first 3 turns. Yet. What is... It's not my thing. Okay. We have Jerry's. No red. I see no red. No, I can't. It's too much. Too much card. Too much cards. Just keep running cards out of your hand. That's all you can do. Catch them on. Okay, no. No more adding cards to my hand. I can't afford that. I can't add more cards to my hand. No. Also, I love the... I'm gonna bring this up again. The people with the draw thing can't outdo my card generation. I need to play cards. But how? I can't play 2 cards. I'm on turn 5. Turn 6 is next, and that's the recruitment turn. I can't play 2 cards. There's literally no way for me to play 2 cards. Well, with there being no way to draw 2 cards, I'm just gonna literally replace the card that I just played. Or I just destroyed. Okay. And it summons a taunt. Okay, so, missing out on recruitment. Again. Yeah, this is why I switched to integrity, but using the recruitment deck is the one way that I'm gonna get the thing to work right now, so I kinda have to. Okay. Okay. Look at there. I managed to get through the thing. Oh, so that's a 5 cost. That's actually really good. That gets past Jerry. Yes, that's part of my metric for getting past monsters, is getting past Jerry, because Jerry's actually a decently big, he's a decently important wall in the early game, and kind of the later game, depending. Okay. Okay. I can add a card to my hand. Sorry, I was doing calculations. I can afford to add a card to my hand right now. None of these are what I want. I'm legitimately just generating cards, just looking for what I want. Just need to keep looking for what I want. Not finding it, but eventually. Okay. I'm so tempted to play Goner, but I can't play Goner Kid. It would be too much. I need to just keep going. Just keep going. Okay. I have too much value. Your opponent add a random other monster from your dust pile with cost equal to this card's cost to your hand and deck. Red Wagon's 5 cost, right? I'm not tripping. That's 5. Red Wagon's 5 cost, if I remember correctly. Which means that that is possible to get Red Wagon. I can see why this is one of the later quests. Don't burn a Red Wagon. Whatever you do, do not burn a Red Wagon. It burned the shiny. Oh, it burned the shiny. I respect for burning the shiny. Just goner, kid. I don't care if it kills one of my cactuses. I'm about to do this. I literally do not care. I need to get cards out of my hand. It's actually kind of preferred for it to kill one of my own, because it's kind of difficult in the later game. I think that's his 3rd ice cap. Do you know? Am I going crazy? Than usual? Why do they never apply KR before doing that? Like, I've noticed that. People who play Perseverance seem to never apply KR before they use that. Am I missing something? Get cash register out. Yes, I'm legitimately doing that to get cards out of my hand. You see what happens. You've seen what happens. Yes, I just added something with more I just said I don't need more generation, and then I added something with more generation to my hand. What is wrong with me? Wow. I also need to make sure that I do not play a 5 cost. Whatever I do not play a 5 cost. That way, the Ice E mascot is guaranteed to hit what I want. What I want being the I somehow forgot. I really should not have attacked that. The Red Wagon. It's getting later at night, and I think my brain is going because of that. I will get this. Whatever it takes. I will get this. I need to get 2 cards out of my hand this turn. Which means I'm probably taking a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Don't be too mean. That became 5 cost. I can't play it now. Fooled by myself. What the? Sorry about that. Norton just came up on my computer. But, oh god, this is. Because I can win this. You can see, like, I could win this quite easily. Thank you for not attacking what you probably should have. Can't choose this. This is 5 cost. Can't choose this. This is 5 cost. Okay. I need to remember I can't choose anything that's 5 cost. If it's 5 cost, no. Just automatic, no. Attack with you. Use the spade. Okay. I have to get rid of the spade. I just have to guarantee that I have space open in my hand, because I've seen what happens when I don't. I hate that I keep having to do this. They are almost out of cards. I just realized that. They are almost out of cards, which means I can probably just leave them to their own devices at this point. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to attack you. I'm going to play you. No! Wrong one. It was like a 50-50 shot. And it got the wrong one. You have no idea how much that hurts. Okay, what are they at? They're at 2 cards left in deck, 2 cards in hand. I have 5 cards in hand and 5 cards in deck. They just gave me another chance. No, Jerry's 5 cost. So this was just never happening. I didn't realize. I forgot Jerry was 5 cost. Also, I just realized they denied me my recruitment turn. I was so close yet so far. Is that the start of their turn? No, it started my turn. Okay, that's very important to know. What? Oh yeah, I can't. Wait, I don't even get to see the card. You'd think they'd let me at least see the card. Okay, Roy Lagarde. Attack the Jerry. Thank you for silencing that, actually. So, I need to kill 2 monsters if there's gonna be any chance of this working out. I needed to kill at least 2 monsters. Preferably more. And now I need to run cards out of my hand. I basically get next turn to try and fix this. Nope. We're just gonna make this like the cheapest astigmatism ever. I'm gonna add a spell to our We immediately draw the cheapest astigmatism ever. Okay. Shop. Artifacts. Preservation. Unlock. Why is it saying that I have more? Oh yeah, that's why, because of this. But also, did the cosmetics change yet? No. Where was I? Check all the friendships, still the same. Check the crafting, of course, still the same. Where was I? Excuse me. Dex. Bravery. rather than the poke. Sorry, I forgot you can't just switch them like that. So solidarity and preservation. Now, should be a lot easier to actually deal with this. We still have to deal with losing out on recruitment. That's something we still have to deal with. But we don't have to worry about losing the thing that we're trying to do. That's something we don't have to worry about anymore. And they just passed their turn immediately. Oh, it's a silenced copy. If that wasn't a silenced copy, that would be perfect. Just get an air on. Deal damage to all of their entering ones. So now they have base health. Stated before when it comes to these. Yeah, just play the redacted, make their health be low. Make their health and damage be lowered. Really, you're still doing that. Okay, I need to play cards out of my hand. Once again, I can't, so I'm losing out on a lot. I need to make this even lower cost again, I think. More HP. Really? More HP to the wash? Well, I guess it would survive an air on it. Well, no, you could have made the Snow Drake survive. I guess it really didn't matter. The long run. Stigmatism. There. Now either kill the astigmatism or deal 4 damage to me and have the Washu die. This is good. Having just an insta-kill every turn, or 6 damage to me. Having an oh, you're probably actually killing the astigmatism. No? Really? You did not think that one through. Do people just not read effects? Is that what's going on? Do people just not read effects? Because I swear they keep messing up things that if you read the effect, it's pretty easy to understand how to not do that. Not tutorial guy. I don't need tutorial guy. That is like literally the worst. Because that's the only one that can give me something and has literally no chance of helping me with Red Wagon. I think everything else has at least the mildest chance, if I recall correctly. Well, NG followers, I should say. I need to get 2 spaces in my hand. Probably 3. This is the most difficult time I've ever had. Oh my god. You know what? Just get the allergic to me. I don't care at this point. I don't care. Hahaha. I've gone mad with power and value. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. I can probably generate a Timmy deck at this point. Hey, what deck type do you want to see? I can probably generate it right now. I'm gonna take fatigue damage now for the first time. That's gonna be fun. Okay. So, you kill that. You and you kill that. The level of hatred flowing through my veins. I'm getting the Frogget because I think that Frogget's actually close to friendshipping up. And if the frog does friendship up, then we get more dust. And then the more dust helps us get another red wagon. Then we can catch a red wagon with a red wagon. How was the timer easier to do than this? We're gonna be at 1. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Oh, never mind. They're not gonna take us to 1. Come again? Oh, they're toying with us. Not the smartest move to make when your opponent can generate a new win condition. Okay. There's actually a chance we can take the game back, which would be hilarious if we did from 6 HP. Ooh, that's bad. Is it? I mean, right now, Goner Kid was a 50-50. This is just making it so Goner Kid wasn't a 50-50. Yeah. I have to do that, unfortunately, like that. Well. Hello, health. I wish I had my stigmatism again. Yeah, toy block, I'm probably gonna need that. Say goodbye to your buffs. I know why people play Endogeny again now. It's just, you had buffs? Okay. So, I mean, I could do it again, but what would the point be? I can just kill them now. I can kill them now and rebuild and start building a toy block. Oh, you silenced a toy block. You silenced something with no mouth. The fact that we actually look like we're clawing back from this is hilarious to me. Also, say hello to the Spade Train again. This is why they're in this deck, even though we don't have shock. Because they're oh, I should have attacked! Hopefully we don't lose by 4. Here's magic and 2 random 1. I don't think there are any that can kill me, so let's see if the bed becomes what I need. I'm literally doing that, hoping the bed becomes like a wagon. Don't ask me how that works. I just hope it does. It has the entire pool of the game, I think. So it could it could roll anything. It could roll rules, God, for all I know. Oh. I need to get rid of cards and I can't, which is the annoying thing. If I play this and then I play this like 30 times, 2 attack, and then get rid of the spade. because I'll have another one coming in. It's literally the next time they play a monster, like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get another spade right now. Boop. That was me clearing the board. Clearing the board without the use of my spade, for once. Certificate. I think, yeah. I have a lot of taunt creatures now. Look at 5 random monsters and choose one, give a taunt. Nope. We need someone to, nope. Add 2 random one counts. Nope. Nope. Okay, Trader Timmy, let's see if you help me. Not yet, though, because I need to empty my hand. This is surprisingly difficult. Like, we're winning! We're winning! It's just... I want to get this done. I may legitimately have to... like, delay... I may legitimately have to just end the episode. Do it... do this off camera simply because it is 10 right now when I'm doing this PM, so I may just legitimately not have time before this has to be up. Kill them all, please kill them all. Why aren't you killing them all? Snowden. What else could I play that would actually get out of my hand at this point? I'm playing the Red Wagon. Can I cash this? I just silenced you. How are you still taunt? No, hold up. I just silenced... Oh, wait, no, it's haste. Sorry, it's haste, not charge. That's where I messed up. Sorry, my bad. I confused haste and taunt. That was my bad. Yes, the telescope does nothing at this point. That does even less. Okay. Just attack with it at this point. And I just made it. I just realized I just made it so that even if I did get even if I had gotten the next Red Wagon, I wouldn't have been able to do it because I played the Trader Tim. Once more. I will get this. If it takes everything in my being. And it honestly might. It honestly might take everything in my being to do this. Oh, you have KR, which means that some of these... Yeah. Again, I brought this up before, but I still say that KR seems to be more powerful than Justice's thing most of the time. There seem to be very few cases where it's not. I can get a Snow Puff. It's early enough in the game and they're playing KR. I could get a Snow Puff. Yes, keep attacking. You're getting me closer and closer to a greater doge. Also, I actually do have a dog in my hand because of Indogeny. Thank you. Okay. I mean, just get this out of your hand, because the sooner I can get the rodents out of my hand, the sooner that I can actually play what they generate. So they're actually out of my hand, and not just somewhat out of my hand. There's like some flowchart for playing cards that I'm just not getting in this deck. There's gotta be. Okay. Kill that. I honestly don't know how the greater doge thing triggers. Whether it's like when the second attack happens or after the second attack happens. Because that actually... Did you just... They just willingly damaged it. Huh? I'm gonna get this to heal myself. But also, I need to... Once again, I'm actually going to willingly... Wait. I'm going to willingly not add the spade to my hand. I know that sounds insane. But I'm willingly not adding it to my hand so that I can have a better time later with not burning cards. Well, I don't burn cards anymore, but you get what I mean. Not burning recruitment. How have I managed to make a deck with so much value that I hit the maximum hand size every turn, just about? How have I done this? How have I done this to the game? How have I managed to do something like this? I don't know anymore. Oh, I don't burn things. Oh, I was so worried for a moment. Okay, kill that. And then kill that with that. Keep the taunt thing with its help. Okay. That. Good. As long as they don't return anything to my hand this turn, we'll be good. Why do I open my mouth? Why do I open my mouth? I am doing this to free up space because this person knows that my problem is my hand size. Oh, I could take this. I could take punishment. I'm gonna take punishment. Because guess what? That can target my monsters. Doesn't say enemy. It can target my monsters. Yeah, I wasn't taking it for the enemy monsters. Taking it for mine. That moment when you take a kill spell for your own monsters. It's a strange set of circumstances. Where I have glue on my hands and records on my fingers. Okay, so yeah, they can't drop to no health. Yep, Washua again because Washua is strong. So die. I don't want to have to do this, but I think I have to. Really? I was about to get timer from that. This is to guarantee, even if they return something to my hand, that I'm gonna get the recruitment. Ha! I knew it! I knew it, you evil, evil bastard. Why did I just add something to my hand that gives me more stuff? That seems like the worst idea I could have. Lancer painting. Kill the toy block. Then Trader Timmy. Let's see how they target prioritize now. I just generate so much value. Give all generated monsters in your hand and... Okay, yeah. So they do know that a strength of bravery is generating cards. They do know that. They didn't just make that and then leave it for laughs. I need... I could get a certificate from a certificate. I know that must be like rare, but still. It's just funny at that point. I can get a certificate from a certificate. I can get a certificate to get a certificate. Also, there's a really good thing about Trader Timmy, actually. I can play out the spells. Like, I can't always play out monsters. I can pretty much always play out spells. As long as I have the money. Boop. Stronk. Stronk. No, that is the worst spell. That is the worst spell that I could get. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. That spell is basically never going to be played because... Yeah, as stated, it's like the worst spell that I could possibly get. Froggets. The Frogget spell does not go good in this deck. Okay. Okay, you gave taunt all that. Okay. Okay. We have Red Wagon now. Stack it, return to its owner hand. No, no. If you have 6 cards or less in your hand, draw a card. Probably can use Rudolph. There's a high chance that I just get something to kill him with. Or, you know, something close to it. That makes them very, very weak. Like that. I'm actually gonna use Spade first. Yeah. I don't like doing that too much, but I'm gonna use it first so I don't overdraw. Why am I still worrying about overdrawing? I don't need to worry about overdrawing as much. I got the relic. Artifact, not relic. The good. I got the good. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on, then I can't mess up. I'm using your trick against you. Now you have KR. Ha ha ha. That is actually kind of... I love when that happens in generation decks. It's just like, I'm using your cards against you now. Deal with it. I'm an evil bent. So, yeah. Okay. I still can't add the Froggets to my hand because That would ruin me. Please. Wagon. Easy to draw bed. You can hear the disappointment in my voice at this point, can't you? Every turn. It's just like, I know I'm not gonna get it. Because I don't know how many monsters there are in the game, but there are a lot. There are a lot of them. There are an absolute ton of them. They know they're dead. They know that at this point. Cogwheel, turn and shuffle the most expensive card in your hand into your deck and draw a card. I thought that was gonna save me. You did not save me. Actually, would I put Cogwheel in this deck? Probably. Shuffling the most expensive card in seems amazing for this deck. Need to save one spot. I just need to save that one spot. They're dead next turn. It doesn't matter. They're dead next turn. My opponents keep dying too quickly. This is a problem. It is me like farming friendships. I am farming friendship. Dust. I got dust and coin. I got dust and coin. Okay, first off, packs. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, yellow. Magic. Add eggs, flour, and milk to your deck. Milk if you have eggs, flour, and your dust pile. Remove them and turn this into cake. If you have, okay, so they're all play and die, and then turn into cake. I don't know what cake does. Draw cards until their cost is 10 or higher, up to 7 cards in hand. I don't need that. Paralyze a monster and give it KR. If it already has KR, kill it instead. Eugh. Yeah, perseverance can be kind of dangerous. But, oh, sorry, I meant to go to crafting. But, I can do this. Red. Wagon. Craft another. Thank you. Cards. Decks. Bravery. Take out a G follower. And put in the red wagon. And play. And then we hope to get both of them. Oh, looky there, we already have one. We just need to get to turn 10, basically, with 2 slots open on the board. I just realized I said we need to have 2 slots open on the board. This is never gonna happen. Oh, no. But I have the overdraw thing on. Does this look at overall deck? I never, because some games, things like that looks at overall deck, some games they look at current deck. And that actually makes a very big difference. Because if it looks at overall deck, then obviously I can't use that. But if it looks at current deck, then it just means that like at the end of the game, you can always use those. Yep, HP buffing. Okay. It's fine. Have cactus. Yep, have a cactus. AKA the hard counter to HP buffing. Seriously though. They do have the draw relic on, but like, does that matter? Does Snowed inside. Kill an ally monster. Deal its attack and as damage to all enemy monsters. Overheat's good for this deck. I generate so many monsters that overheat is amazing. I usually have a board full of monsters. Once again, I'm denied a draw. There's no way for me to play 2 monsters. I'm not going to have either of those trigger right now. This is gonna hurt. We're getting this done. One way. What a bloody nether. Also, we can play overheat now, so... I'm doing the thing again. What turn is it? Okay. Doing the thing again. Yes, everything dies. Wonderful. Everything dies. Overheat's amazing. A really good benefit to generation decks that I always like is that you get to see what would work well with other decks. That's always a benefit that people may not immediately notice. Is you get to see what would work well with other decks. That is a 5/3 with upside for 3. Or sorry, that's a 4/3 with upside for 3 because it gets +1 attack. Whew. Still good. Really good. Their short game deck. Yep, just give taunt to everything on the board. That's a fun one. Play the Astigmatism. I have to basically attack with everything against you. Do 1 damage to all enemy monsters if paralyzed. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm doing it now. Give oh, it's all other monsters on the board. So yeah, now the Aeron and the Snowdrake have that as well. The Astigmatism does as well. Because I actually don't want the Astigmatism to stay around too terribly long. Kinda want it to die. Thank you. The Astigmatism did its job. It got out of my hand. The job of cards in this deck are to get out of my hand. Had to look at the turn counter and do some calculations in my head. Get redacted. Kill the Snowdrake. And okay. See, look at this. We have 6 cards in hand. They have 4. One of which we put back in. Okay. This Royal Guard is kinda scary. It's kinda scary. We have a mice. Okay. So it's easier to kill the Royal Guard than it is the Aeron at this point. So as such, we shall attempt to do so. Lancer painting. Needs Flamesman. Just, yeah. So now they're incentivized to kill the mace with air on, and then... No, they killed it with the Royal Guard. So let's see how they're strategized. Okay, so they didn't deny me my recruitment. Oh, we got a red wagon. Of course, when I make a red wagon, then it's going to give me red. I'm actually not complaining, because then we can get this all done in one round if we live. Thank you, game. You know better than I do. I didn't even think about that. You know better than I do. Thank you. Kill that. Get the spade. Okay. Takes both of them to kill the Jerry at this point. And they're in top deck mode. Good, good, good. I put them in top deck mode and I have 6 cards in hand. And it only grows. It only grows. Okay. Defrosting. And spade. 50-50. Ah, 50-50, not good. I could have redacted first, and then it would have... that's my bad. That my bad. Okay. Then we heats Flamesman, and we Traitor Timmy. Look, we've gone down to our starting hand again. Ugh. Jerry is just immune to so many pinging effects. Because a lot of the pinging effects are in 4 and below. And he gets immunity to them. I think I could actually do the thing that I need to do now. But it's kind of like, why, to what end would I do that at this point? Like, right now, I should say. Okay. Just waiting to draw the next red wagon. That's all I'm doing, just waiting for my time to come. And to kill off my creatures. You need to die now. Oh, and trust me, I know that I need to be attacking the life bar. I, remembered that. Just now. Can I deal with them this turn? Yes. The answer is yes. I didn't even have to think about that. The answer was just yes. Because I can do fun. And I can catch things, then do stuff like that. I'm still generating value. I want to point that out to you. I'm at 5 cards still. I think I gained cards with that transaction, actually. Oh, boy. How do I get cards out of my hand this turn? Tutorial guy can die. You can die. I know I'm not playing perfectly. I'm quite literally trying to kill things to kill things. Let's get the lamp. The suspiciously shaped lamp, it should be called, but I guess they couldn't fit that all. Or placed, or one of the two. Placed or shaped. Either one would work. Because technically it's both. Okay. Get this out of my hand because I shouldn't need it now because they have one card left in their deck and it's probably a buff spell. Because it is kindness. Might be a heal spell. Nope. Well, technically it was actually because it's Migosp, which is pretty much a buffer. It is a buff spell just on a creature. So that being said, I know that I can play the red wagon. Because they have no kill. Opponent takes 2 less damage if your deck has no spell. Which it shouldn't. But I can't play that yet. And yeah. Shouldn't have any spells left in it, but I cannot play that yet. Because, yep, there it was. The red wagon of truth shall set you free. And then Rudolph, because, yeah. We've done it, people. It just took exact damage, and it just took that long, however long that video is. I don't know. I haven't looked at the recording yet. I kind of can't yet. And we got a pack. And also, that is... We've done everything but the molds, but that is that one done. Which also means we completed all the mid-season quests. And we completed all the season quests, so we got a determination fragment. Closer to, I believe, crafting one of the determination cards, which are all very powerful. Probably gonna start with Undyne because, yeah, or it's called the Heroine because there is another Undyne card, but the Heroine is the one I'm referring to because they are, yeah, perfect for a determination deck, by the way. Turn in, deal 2 damage to random new monster. Okay, you're going in a, yeah, I'm adding you to Justice. I'm just gonna make Justice a pinger deck. Everything gets pinged. Everything with ping. I am so... You have no idea how happy I am. Let me see if any of the friendships leveled up. Did they level up like Red Wagon friendship or something? I feel like I should have after that. That ordeal. There's Red Wagon. Wait, I can't remember what's at the end of these. No. Jesus, these level up a lot. But anyway, with all of that being done, and with what's at the hub? Oh yeah, it's all of these. What is this? What are you? Are these healing or no? These are... Are these other ones specific to the class or the soul? Yeah, forgot warming up is in this one because worms actually are a really good way of applying KR even if you don't have this buff applied. Okay, anyway, I'm the Mass Spectre. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, comment if you want to comment. Follow me on Twitter so I don't have to see out carrier pigeons. that's all for now. I'm the Mass Spectre. Goodbye. Oh, wait, don't forget, tomorrow will be the last day of the 13 days. And if I recall correctly, Doctor said that they found something special they wanted to show to you all. I don't know what it is. They haven't told me, and they don't think they will, but I don't know. Frankly, I may take a break from existence after doing that for that long. But anyway, I'm the Mass Spectre. Goodbye.